Well, hopefully, unlike the last time we tried to do this, the YouTube is working properly. The YouTube, that's what you say when you're older. That's what you say when you're older. Like the kids are playing the Nintendo machine. Welcome back to the channel. It's the 4th of July weekend in Vegas, and there are some mixed signals about what Vegas is going through right now. And we'll wait till some people come in, but I have in my hand right now something, and I want you guys to take a guess if you're just piling in, and we'll ask in a few minutes. Take a guess what this is right here. What did I have to do to get here today that I normally don't have to do? And then once you find out what I had to do that I don't normally have to do, it'll kind of make sense when you see what's happening in Vegas this weekend. You know that whole thing in 2025 where we went through Vegas as nickel and diming people? What if I told you that Vegas this weekend is severely nickel and diming people? And we're going to go over what's actually happening with the economy in Vegas and America at large. We're going to explore the Bellagio in this area. I'm going to be out doing another live stream tomorrow, maybe a longer one. We'll see how it goes, because according to this slip right here, I might as well do a longer one. And that was actually a kind of a gross thing to have to see when I drove in, but either way. So this is Not Leaving Las Vegas. My name is Stephen J. Campbell. This is the channel that gives you the real deal on the economy. I say the positives, I tell you negatives, but right now, a lot of you guys think I hate Vegas. So let's get something completely and abundantly clear. I came to the United States 22 years ago, and Vegas gave me everything. I love this city. I hated it at times when I had to work in timeshare as a marketer on the Las Vegas Strip, and I ended up losing myself to the negativity that was all around me, but that was demons in my head. Vegas is a great place if you can afford to live in Vegas. Many of you can, many of you can't. If you can't afford to live here, it becomes one of the hardest cities in the country to live in. And things like utility bills, things like food costs, things like the fact that if you don't have a car, it becomes oppressive and bad to live in this town because of the heat that's punishing every single time you go out of your house. Catching a bus that might be delayed, standing outside in that heat. I mean, there's certain things that are trade-offs, right? But times are kind of hard for a lot of the population across the United States right now. And I just kind of like to point that out because there's always the ability for people to do better in life. You can always do better. The chat's working just fine. I can see it on my screen. You can probably see it on your screen too. Let's go live. I mean, it's right here, right? Like, if you're asking me if the chat's working, the chat is working for sure. You can actually see the chat right there. See the chat? There's the chat. Laura says it's not working. Chat's like literally hard-coded into the bottom left-hand of the screen because sometimes the chat is weird and this, so you say it's not working. I say the chat is working. Does the chat say that the chat is working? Chat, is the chat working? Leave me a chat to tell me if the chat is working. So, yeah, I'm sorry. How can you? I love you, Laura. You're on my chats all the time. You're great. How can you not be seeing the chat? The chat is quite literally right there. Like, it's right there. It's on the screen. The chat never leaves the screen. It's hard. It's stamped into it. Some people hate it. Some people like it. I like it because on the live replays, if I ever have to edit anything out, YouTube will actually get rid of this chat, the live stroll, but you can still see it on the screen. So, anyway. What's up there, Renee? So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the fact that we had a jobs report where it missed by a lot. The jobs had huge revisions on it. And it was weird because that was June's jobs report. And the jobs report should have been great because of seasonal hiring, but maybe the seasonal hiring didn't come. She has to refresh the page for the chat on the window. Okay, Rick says you have to refresh. Maybe you have to exit and come back in. But no matter what you think about America or the people in charge of it, I want you to understand one thing. When it all boils down to it, right, like at the core element of it all, The United States is still the country that gives you the most opportunities. If you're lucky enough to live here, you have access to 350 to 400 million people. You can start a business, you can start a service. You have a pretty great tax situation compared to everywhere else around the world. Our government tracks you and spies on you, but at least they don't oppress you like some countries do. The other countries that track you and spy on you, they're actively oppressing you. At least this country isn't. And this is still the place where you can say what you want to say and not get arrested. Heck, you can't even do that in my home and native land of Canada. And a belated happy Canada Day to anybody who's in the chats right now. I didn't forget you. It's just that I don't identify as a Canadian. I identify as American. And that's what I identify as. And so this country is, if there was ever a draft and Canada was fighting the United States, I'd have to sign up for the United States. How's that? Americans have become soft. They could use some hard times. I think the hard times are coming personally, but then people say that I'm panicking. But I have some proof to show that. Let me open up my iPad. I can see your chats right here on the screen on my iPad, on my iPhone, my other iPhone. I carry 2 iPhones, so I have my other iPhone. Here we have our gimbal plugged in, we have our phone and our mic, and everything is good. And I have my new little iPad. Don't do this if you need a real computer, but some people do this. They get the iPad with the screen. It's a magnet, you can see, and it's actually kind of cool. I have a MacBook. I don't really use it. I have a Mac Studio that I use excessively. So you guys understand, I have a 13-inch iPad Pro M5. I have this iPad Pro 11-inch M5. I have the iPhone Air right here, and then I have the iPhone that I'm talking to you on. I have an iPhone 16 Pro Max that I don't use, and then I have an iPhone 12 Pro Max that I don't use. I have a lot of Apple products, plus 2 Apple Watches, one that's just sitting in a drawer, and an Apple TV, and a partridge in a pear tree. So, if we look realistically at... do I not have Grok installed on this tablet? Wow, that's weird. Let's go to the App Store. I wanted to get some research I was doing. So let's see here. Eric says, I'm great. Well, I appreciate the nice words, Eric. That's nice of you to say. 1K a day, James Anthony says. What about it, James? What about 1K a day? That's the thing that I incessantly talk about that turns people off of my channel, but I believe in it a great deal, so I think that it's actually a great opportunity for people. But people don't like it when I talk about it. They say I turn it into a commercial. 250th anniversary. There you go. Canadian American. You're too old to be drafted. I know, like Eminem said, I'm 38. They're gonna draft you before they draft me or something. Enable notifications. We're gonna allow. Grok would like to send me notifications. We're gonna enter the Grok land here. I like Grok for research. It's pretty good at stuff. Grok, of course, is the only AI that can search X posts, which is interesting. So hiring is slowed dramatically. Earlier data showed average monthly gains dropping hard. Analysts are saying the job numbers are overstated. Well, they've been revised lower. So we had all that April jobs and all the May jobs and all that stuff. So they just did their report. They revised off 97,000 jobs from April and May. So remember when they told you everything was great in April and May? Oopsie, we had an accounting error. The previous administration did the exact same thing. They did the same thing on a massive scale. How massive? It was really massive. Like, Trump takes office September of last year. They said there was 800,000 jobs less for the entire prior year. And it's like, oh my gosh, 800,000 jobs less for the entire prior year is a lot of jobs. Like, that's like 1 million people. Let's just round it up. That's crazy. So they all do that. Canada is always trying to steal America. Ha! I use Gemini, ChatGPT, going to Vegas next year. Hope to shake your hand, sure. How much is gas out in Vegas? Gas right now, gasoline prices on average across America. We can look that up. Let me go to Safari here and type out Gas Buddy charts. I have it already up here so we can see the charts. So I'll add Las Vegas to this area here, and I can show you guys exactly what that looks like. So we have the average in America right now is $3.75 a gallon. So we see our chart right there, right? So the average in America is the blue line, $3.75 a gallon for gas. And then the average in Vegas is $4.51 for gas. Diesel is still above $5 in the Las Vegas Valley right now. What's gas where you guys are? Let me know. Short oil. I know you tell me that every morning. Wall Street Warlord texts me every day. Short oil, short oil. Kat is always trying to steal, going to Vegas next year. Hi, Steven. I haven't heard you mention your better half lately. How's she doing? Caroline's doing well. She's trying to get back. We have 2, 3, I don't know. We have housekeepers in the Philippines. We love our housekeepers in the Philippines, but every time we think that we can leave them, they up and lose their minds. One of them has to go home. So we have this house we built in the Philippines, right? It's a full-on house. It's got, like, it's on a half-acre lot. We just had to redo the whole roof on that thing because the first people that did the job sucked. In a country like the Philippines, people will tell you that they're good at everything when they're good at nothing because they need the work. And if you aren't careful, they will tell you that they're good at everything when they're bad at everything. So this is the guy painting the roof. Just for one example, these people, they did a great job this time. The roof was pouring buckets. The roof was leaking like crazy, right? And it turned out that the roof was not sealed. It was not pitched right. And they started getting heavy rains in the Philippines. And it just started, yeah, this is part of the house that had to be redone completely. That's the guy up there doing it. So we've got all these stupid little jobs and things that we have to do over there that is just driving us absolutely up the wall. We can't just, there's nobody else we can trust with it. So what do we have to do? We have to do something like that. So then, you know, she's trying to get back here. She just renewed her tourist visa over there. It's just a big hassle, man. It's just a huge hassle. Best days to buy gas is Sundays and Mondays. I don't know. The gas seems to be expensive every time I go and look at it. Thank you for the update. Let's see here. So, now that we got 217 people watching, this thing in my hand shows you that Vegas is greedy. This shows you that this weekend, this city, this combined with one other thing that we have to show you, shows you that the economy in Vegas is very, very complicated right now. What do you think this thing in my hand that I just showed you is? Tell me what you think this is. This is a payment for something. Tell me what you think it is in the chats. We'll tell you what it is in just a minute. We have the Review Journal today, our major newspaper, telling us that Vegas tops 4th of July destinations as hotel rates fall. So we have falling hotel rates here in Vegas this weekend. They suddenly tanked the hotels. All of the prices on everything fell here in Vegas this weekend. So you tell me what this in my hand is. It's not ice cream. It's not soda. This right here is proof that the powers that be that run the casinos have gone back into nickel and diming mode. Nickel and diming mode. So I need more chats. If the chat engagement doesn't get going, I'm not going to even bother with this. What's even the point? What is life? How many likes do we have on this video? Listen, I don't want to hate my audience because my audience doesn't listen to me. They don't listen to me when I tell them. I literally titled my video yesterday, Downtown Las Vegas is dying, the Strip is thriving. What do I have in my chats? Low IQ people. I'm sorry, if you're a low IQ person, there's certain things I can't help. Look, I can help you if you're ignorant. You might say, how dare you call me ignorant? Actually, I just gave you a gift. I called you ignorant. You know what that means? You can fix ignorance. Stupidity, low IQ, parts of your brain that just don't light up. Maybe it's substance abuse. Maybe your mama dropped you on the head or she smoked reefer when you were in the womb. I can't help you with that. So I have low IQ, stupid people that read the title of my video yesterday. Downtown is dying. The Strip is thriving. And what do they say? You said Vegas is dying. I've told you. This out here is fine. It's little pockets that are dying. And I said it in the video. Hey, how come the rest of the Strip is so darn busy and recovering and they don't watch the video and I'm done. So what is this? This is $5 for water? No, sir. No, no, no. It's more like $9 for water. This is a parking receipt. This is a parking receipt. Now, let me explain. You might say parking is normal in Vegas. That's it. That's a way of life. No. No, 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 no. I don't know. What is your IQ? Vegas, Coin Vegas. It's higher than mine. I have an IQ of 100. That's my IQ. I have an IQ of 100. This is free. When I pull up to these hotels, 360 days a year, this is free. This wasn't free today. This wasn't free today. This is not free on New Year's Eve. This is not free on the actual 4th of July. This is not free when you're going down near Allegiant and the Raiders are playing. This is parking I had to pay. Locals, however, typically for the entire history of paid parking in Las Vegas, get 100% free parking. All we do for 3 hours. All we do is we go up and we're going to pretend like this is an ID. So it has a barcode, right? And all you do is you scan your barcode and it says you're a Nevada local and you're allowed to go. Thank you for parking at Bellagio. Not today. Today was monetize everything day. And it's going right back to what I showed you. They've tanked the prices of hotels last minute. They can't fill the city up, so they wait for those snipers like me. I do this on StubHub and on SeatGeek. I look before the event. I pick up the cheap tickets. They couldn't get people to book full price. Now it is what it is. No problem. I mean, hey, look, $35 to park today at Bellagio. No in and out privileges, whereas normally it's a courtesy extended out to locals. If you had the highest tier of gambling in the entire property, you could park for free as well. But then again, you probably would valet. So that's what it is. Rumor has it that Garth Brooks will be doing a Sphere in Vegas. Maybe. Garth Brooks is trying to dodge allegations of Me Tooism, so we'll see how that goes. So we have a mixed result. So there's a lot of people here right now. They tanked the prices at the last minute. That's good for you. They started nickel and diming you like this. That's bad for you. They started charging you $12 for an Avion at the store. Why? Because it's surge pricing. They price it higher when they want to price it. But by the way, this is naive backwards because I'm naive enough to buy it because I could never afford it when I was younger. And then Avion decided to do the whole, see, America's 250, but these guys are 200 years old. Tomorrow is Saturday. I knew you had a high IQ. Tomorrow is Saturday. Comes after Friday, but one day before Sunday. Anyways, I'm just an average guy. I click buttons on charts. I do stuff. I make money trading the markets. I do dumb things like buy gadgets. I don't buy cars. I don't do other things. I do gadgets. Sit at home and play video games on my gadgets. Anyways, yeah, that's it. So give me a topic, we'll discuss. Ask me a question, we'll discuss. We'll walk around, we'll see the sights. I like to start off with this with a conversation to my audience and talk on the channel. I'm thinking moving my company. I need to move it to a 24-hour city. I don't know what you would consider a 24-hour city. Like if you're asking, we don't have any 24-hour grocery stores that I know of. There's also no 24-hour Walmarts or Targets. But we have plenty of other 24-hour... Somebody just leaves their cell phone and their glasses on that table. Anyway, I get distracted. We got plenty of other 24-hour things. I mean, you can always find a place called Dottie's or PT's that's open if you want to go and drink or eat 24/7. There's lots of different 24/7 things, but just none of the things that regular real life people need. Las Vegas is part of the American history. It is. I would agree with you there. It's got a lot. 1K a day seems great, Eric the coin collector said. SJC uses a spatula. I don't anymore. Here's the deal. Check this out. I want you guys to listen in. Can you listen in for something? Now, See, the microphone was pinned right here, right? But check this out. People hate when you do this. When you hold the microphone like this. Okay, now I want you guys to notice, do you hear a difference in the audio right now? As I'm up, I'm on the microphone. Microphone is here. I pin it right here, right? People mostly put the microphone here. We got this. Now do you hear, doesn't this sound like so much better? Right. A major improvement, right? I mean, I sound like a radio broadcaster. Welcome to NLLV. Like, that's me. So, people get mad when you do this. They get pissed off. They don't like it. Man, you don't know. You stupid idiot. You're supposed to clip your microphone to you moron. Idiot. Okay, so this is an omnidirectional microphone, but the pickup, it's right there. So, sound travels as a wave, right? That's the reason why if somebody screams at your face 1 inch away or they're screaming in your ear 1 inch away, I mean, there's a big difference, right? So I hold it here now when I do my videos on purpose. The spatula is just a little bit over the top. Like, I'm a guy that has my stuff straight. I teach finances and economics, Vegas history, American history. I shouldn't have a spatula. So I hold it, and I wait for that person to tell me in the chat. They get so mad. They get so triggered. They get so pissed off, so mad that they can't help themselves, right? They hate you and nobody else. Like it was the Temptations. I said I love you and nobody else, but they get to your chats, and they start chatting, and it increases your engagement. How much is your course? Oh, it's actually on a sale, and I literally... I have to put it back. I need my hands. That's the thing. I quite literally made a sale, a coupon for that. I'll get to that in a minute. I hear a difference, but microphone placement can be superseded by voice-to-text captions. That's a new trick you can see. Shane Judge, Las Vegas Real Estate. I put AI on absolutely everything, bro. I really do. I'm still going to hold it here for best. Like, AI will never replace. It's never going to replace this. This in front of your mouth, that's it. There's like Sennheiser makes shotgun microphones. They're really long microphones that point directly at you. They're so good. You could put one 12 feet away from you and talk into it like a normal sound, and it's going to sound like, well, it's a $950 microphone. So it's going to sound great. So anyway, do I care what people think? Yes, a little bit too much. Anyways, yes, I use AI for a lot of things. I used AI today, actually. Interestingly enough, I didn't change my shirt color to red. I do not see your VTT captions on the screen. You're not going to see anything on the screen right now. This is a live broadcast. It is quite literally impossible. It's like when you watch a sporting event. I don't care, any sporting event. Doesn't matter what it is. Go watch World Cup, go watch NFL, watch hockey. Put the captions on, bro. The captions are a full 5 seconds behind. It's the worst experience. It's a live event, man. But I mean, yeah, I know how to caption stuff. I may be a 90 IQ person to you, but whatever. Is there a reason why regular broadcasters use a fixed mic there is a reason when they keep their head in the same location for the entire show? Yeah, absolutely. Stephen, was there a hotel that was going to be built? You were very excited about it, but it never happened? A hotel that was going to be very excited, never going to happen? I don't know, maybe Dream Hotel, but that was a pipe dream. How did you do this week? I'm still paper trading. I always have to wait for people to get up from those tables so I can eat my salad. Oh, you don't have to wait today. I got a table right away. If you walk down there, there's tables. This section used to be like that, but it's not really like that anymore. So there's a lot of people down here now. We should talk about the course for a minute because somebody asked how much the course is running these days. Before we do that, nobody here is buying the course, I don't think. I got 278 people. I can't get over 300 on these broadcasts anymore. It's really sad. I'm trying not to clickbait you so much. If I don't get the views. Rock in a hard place, right? But listen, I want to tell you guys something. I want to tell you guys about the year I decided that I wanted to move to the United States. So I grew up in Southern Ontario. And when you grow up in Southern Ontario, you have the ability to travel to the United States very, very easily, especially if you grew up in the 80s. Does anybody remember the 1980s? Like, do you remember the 1980s, a time when you didn't have to, you could literally, in the 1980s, this is how lackadaisical things were, right? Back in the 80s, you could literally walk your family member to the airport, through the airport to the door of the gate. Now it's completely different. Back then, though, there was hardly any there wasn't border security so much. Canada and the United States were still very friendly. Like if you grow up in here's the line. So you can travel over to the border. See that line, that thick river? That's the Niagara River in Southern Ontario. And that river represents on this side over here, you have the United States of America, and on this side here, you have Canada. It's all one big place, right? So I remember in 1989, we went to this amusement park that used to exist in Rochester, New York, called Fantasy Island. I believe it was in Rochester, New York. Let me see if I can find anything about that online. Fantasy Island Amusement Park, Rochester, New York. It's called Grand Island, I think. Niagara Amusement Park and Splash World, formerly Fantasy Island, is in Grand Island. So we went to Grand Island, New York. It still exists. It's called Niagara Amusement Park and Splash World. It even has a very dated website that looks like it's from 1995 or something. Well, it's not that dated, but it's pretty dated. And I remember that trip so fondly. And I remember just getting a vibe. I was a child. I was very young. But I remember that was the day that I decided I didn't want to live in Canada my whole life. I wanted to somehow come to the United States. That was the day. And it was 1989. And so this weekend is a special weekend for me because I can't share, but I came to the United States. Well, I have actually shared this on the channel before. I came to the United States on July 4th, 22 years ago. So tomorrow is technically my 22-year anniversary of being blessed enough to be in the United States. And in that time, it was hard. It was hard sometimes. My wife and I struggled. We had nothing. We almost got evicted twice, almost ended up homeless. We tried Lake Tahoe out. I got a lesson in big business about how they'll abuse you and use you. And we ended up back in Vegas with our tail between our legs. It's been rough until it wasn't, until I finally found my way. And part of me finding my way was what this little course thing we've been mentioning called 1K a day is. And that's my trading course where I show you guys how to go into the markets, click buttons, make profits, do what I call base hits. I teach people this stuff. I teach people how to look at the charts, how to see the patterns that exist every single day, how to give themselves an upwards of 80 to 90% chance that they're going to be able to go in and be profitable and give them the best edge they possibly can. Because to me, it's absolutely changed my life. Like I go in, I have 15 minutes a day, I click some buttons on a chart, and I walk away from it with a lot more than $100 or $200. But I've been doing it for a long time. Like if you take a look at this chart right here, okay? I'm just going to show you this chart right now. And you guys will get an idea of what I'm talking about and how absolutely simplistic this stuff possibly can be. So we have our chart right here, right? So look at this dotted line I drew, okay? Well, it's not really. It's just the cursor line. But do you see how this morning the bars come up here and they go down? Then they can't get past here and they go down? And did you see how right here we have this big surge upwards where the bars really go up? Well, that means that you're following price action. That's all I teach, right? And you see that yellow line right there where the bars, that yellow line, I drew that weeks ago. I knew the price was going to do that because I drew a yellow line. How did I know it was going to do that before it did that? I drew the yellow line. I teach people this kind of pattern recognition. I teach them how if they clicked right here, where it is, 926. And they stayed in it for just a few seconds, 945. This is worth $400. And this bar took 2 minutes to make. That's what I teach people. And that's why I do my futures course, because it changed my life and it's changing the life of others. And people hate when I talk about it. They think that it's a scam or something, but it's not. It's a comprehensive course. It's about 23 hours worth of material for you guys to go in and learn how to have a better edge. If I told you you could have an edge in the casino in Vegas of 80 to 90%, and as long as you didn't sit there and as long as you walked away when you had a losing day and you came back the next day, you'd have an 80 or 90% chance, you would take that chance. You would book your next plane trip to Vegas and you would take that opportunity. So that's the opportunity I present to you guys with 1K a day. The course is all built by me. It teaches you how to practice trade, how to leverage prop firms, how to go in and spend $100 on a prop firm, take an exam with them, which is, hey, can you make this much profit target? You don't have a time limit, just make it. And then after you pass that, you don't pay again. They graduate you and you can actually get withdrawals into your bank account. And it's pretty cool. See, I lost most of my audience talking about this stuff. They hate it. They think it's they think that this is the only reason I do my streams. It's not. Anyways, if you guys want to do that, then here's the deal. In 1989, I decided that I wanted to move to the United States. This is the 250th anniversary of the best country that ever existed. My price has been $229.97. The lowest it ever was in the past was $197. But if it's something that you guys want to do, I have a coupon that runs until literally midnight, July 6th. July 6th, it's over. And you guys can get the entire thing if you guys go and type in the code American Dream 1 at my website for $189.89. I was trying to price it $250, It's America's $250, but $250 is more. It's not a sale anymore. So go and click the link, get it for $189.89 one time. That's all you'll pay me for the course. It's lifetime access. I add to the course every few weeks. I still add to it. It's 23 hours of content. It's all video. It's easy. Anybody can do this stuff. I paid $35 for parking today. And that's what it is. That's my ad read. If you guys hate it and you quit my channel because of it, then you never understood me to begin with, and I get it. Steven, you... Goodness, you probably like and can relate to the movie The Pursuit of Happiness. Yeah, that was Will Smith back in his prime, dude. Living in bathrooms, BART bathrooms, Bay Area Rapid Transit BART bathrooms with his son, trying to get a job in the markets. Anyways, it's not a scam. I'm enjoying the learning process. Yeah, if we can have some testimonials from students in the chat, maybe that'll move the needle. Maybe that'll get us out of the J-month slump that we're in, where June, July, people tap out. They don't buy stuff online. They don't think about life. They're just doing stuff with the family. Your best price ever. It is. It's never that. I literally put a hard limit cap on those coupons. You can't get those coupons after it's over. It's finished. And that coupon will run. We'll have a separate one tomorrow. It's how I track my coupons. And then tomorrow, that'll be it, all the way through Sunday. Tomorrow will be a marathon live stream too, by the way. Microsoft GDX Workstation will run VTT for you live, but it'll be a laptop. Look, you're not retarded for saying that, but that's a retarded solution. I'm mobile live streaming. Like, I tried so hard today, and even Grok. So you're in line with AI with that, because I was on Grok today. My morning got eaten up. I was trying to live stream off my Insta360 X5 camera. It's a 360 camera, so I thought it would be kind of a cool gimmick to try it. And no matter what I did, I couldn't get it to work. And then I went to Gemini. It was a loser. It didn't work. I went to Grok. It was a loser. It didn't work. Grok was like, well, just connect it to OBS, and then you can control the camera from the camera. And I'm like, yeah, that's right. I'm going to bring my Mac Studio or my MacBook Pro, my 16-inch MacBook Pro, to the Strip so I can walk around with it. And okay, come on, man. So that's What's up? How you doing? Do I know you? Oh, I'm doing a live stream, yeah. Are you streaming? Oh, okay. Not really. It's poverty wages, man. YouTube, full-time? Don't even. You do it for the love. There you go. He says that's good money. No, live streaming's not good money. But God bless him for thinking it is. Let me do my personal belongings check. Okay, we got that. We got that. I'm going to put this here. You can watch the lineup here, get their ice creams and stuff. I kind of wish this weekend of all weekends I was eating normal. Maybe I'll break my diet, but then I'll feel guilty. Trading with a prop firm, what about it? You can ask me questions about the course right now if you want. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. Do 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 do. All right, let's go. Let's go. I don't want to make back down. Mixed results in Vegas. So, you know, like when it's really packed, this is wall to wall in here. It's not wall to wall, but we're going to see how it is tomorrow too, because I suspect right now, heavens to Murgatroyd, I did not charge my watch. What a butthead I am. Like, it's pretty dead, right? So, I don't know, man. Like, you know, you want to tell me Vegas is super busy, right? So then I come out here on a Friday, relatively late, mind you, and I'd say, is it busy? Not busy. But then you tell me that if I say it's not busy, I can't win, bro. It's like arguing with you guys, like, okay, women are going to be offended now. It's like arguing with a woman, dude. I can't win. I love women. I love my wife. I love my mama, but you can't win, bro. It's like just spinning loops of logic. It doesn't make any sense. Gotta freak out. Okay, Steven, do you ever eat normally anymore? It seems like I was on a diet. It's because my, I have like a, I don't want to talk about it. Do you have to open a brokerage account, the kid says? Absolutely not. No. Prop firms, you don't need a brokerage account. You just need to take the test and pass the test, bro. Just take the test, pass the test. Rick Montesuso has a good point. The course is less than the cost of a lot of college textbooks. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, the course is less than the cost of a college textbook. Not Apex. Don't use Apex. They don't pay their traders. I use Take Profit Trader. I'm allowed to tell you about Take Profit Trader. I can even give you my affiliate link, but I have to buttress it this way. This link I just gave you right now says TPT, Take Profit Trader, no fees ever, same day payouts. Do not use that link if you do not already trade the futures markets. Whatever you do, that link is for responsible traders only who have some kind of strategy. Maybe you already trade the markets and you're never going to buy 1K a day. That's fine. Use this link. It gives me credit. That's the affiliate disclosure you're supposed to make on YouTube that nobody ever does. But don't use that link unless you are a trader who has a strategy that works. Because it's not gambling. Trading the markets requires physical toughness, responsibility, a good mindset, and a strategy that repeats itself that you can replicate day in, day out. Anyway, Stephen, I've honestly seen clips of LVTV anchors reporting a lively Vegas scene with just a scant few people walking behind them in the background. That does not surprise me. I use the math I developed for a female logic to stop hacking the AI system. That's funny. Yeah, and then after this sale's done, we're going back to 229 or 249. I'm so done with diminishing the cost of what I do. It's working so well for students. I got student testimonials telling me, like, hey, guess what? I made. I like to point out Miss R. She's one of my students, and where is she here? Yeah, she gave a testimonial here. She's like. She created $4,743 in her prop account in just 16 days. If you multiply that by 2, that's about almost $10,000 in a month. So why should I keep charging you very little? Half of you guys are gonna tell me it doesn't work anyways. So get it now when it's $189.89 and own it for life. Buy low, sell high. Well, you can actually sell high buy low. You can short the futures markets. You know that, right? Like, you know that you can short the futures markets. If you want to short the market on futures, you'll make money when it goes down. So there could be a horrible world event that happens tomorrow, and everything will crash on Monday, and you'll be sitting there clicking the sell button, racking up money in your, when you hit sell, right? Like, it's weird. Futures are different. That's what I'm telling you. You don't understand, right? It's kind of like this, man. You only had vanilla your whole life. You're 90 years old. You eat chocolate, ice cream. You're like, this is the best. I've been eating vanilla only since I was 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you got regrets. No regrets, okay? No regrets. I don't know where that comes from, no regrets. Look at the freaking poor dynamic range on this camera. Can you explain what shorting the market means? Sure. Are most of the students in my class retirees? No. No, not at all. I got people that are younger than me, older than me. It's 15 minutes a day. You don't have to be retired to do this stuff. Sinners. Works in Canada, the United States, Mexico, England, Sweden, France, Germany, Lithuania. It works in pretty much every country, unless your country hates America, like Russia, or your country is on a list where there's no mass fraud, like, unfortunately, like Nigeria. Those are the countries that can't do this. But shorting the market on the futures market is where basically you put in a position with the leverage that you have. You're essentially buying something at one price, waiting for the price to go down, and then you're borrowing a thing, selling it to somebody else, getting the money for it at that price. So let's say you borrow a hockey card. It's worth $100 right now. You go over and you say, hey, do you want to buy this hockey card for $100? Somebody says, sure. They give you $100. Now you have $100 in your hand, right? You don't have the hockey card anymore. But the price goes down and now the hockey card's only worth $50. So you quickly buy it at $50 and return $50 to that person that you borrowed from. So now you have an extra $50. It's just arbitrage that way. That's how shorting works. So you borrow the thing, sell it to somebody else really quickly, wait for the price to go down, buy it back, return it to the person that you bought it from, and then you pocket the difference between the two. Okay? So you can sell high, buy low. Sell high, buy low. But you don't need to know all that. I mean, that's the kind of question that I would ask, because I'm very analytical and data driven. Good question, though. Let me see if we have any other questions about it. I'm not retired. No regrets on my course purchase, Valley says. Cool. I so very wish I shorted Fannie Mae before the crisis. Yep. Michael Burry caught it, though. You taught me everything I know. Haha. The price should be over $250. I agree, JC. It's going to $250. It's $189.89 right now. I remember when you used to talk about getting burgers or chicken wraps at the end of your shifts. I enjoy the normal personal moments like that. I've been watching you since before 1K a day. Yeah, I still talk about stuff. I still open up too much, but there's this kind of epidemic of oversharing online, and I'm trying to get away from that. Trying not to be one of those people. Like, I have health anxieties, and I have all these things, and I don't want to translate them onto you. You know, I don't really have many problems in life right now, mostly. Like, the bills are paid finally. Able to do what I want to do when I want to do it. And I'm trying not to, like, but you're right, sharing on food and stuff is fine. Occasionally I'm analytical. Mike's enjoyed the course, but there's an expiration date and a strike price if you don't exercise it. That's for options. This is not options trading. This is futures trading. So they're very different things. I enjoy your course so much. Thank you, Mickey. I appreciate you. Lamont's back. The neat thing is that on the platform he teaches you use makes it easy to understand how to make money in a down market as well as an up market. Yeah. Yep. We've been in like a major bull market since like forever. I think 2009-ish. We've been in a bull market since 2009 by some accounts. It's unrealistic. It's not going to continue happening. It is going to fall. When it falls, you guys can either profit off of it or you can be wondering where your 401k went. It's up to you. Attitude of gratitude. You're all winning, teaching others how to win as well. Well, my dream is that everybody gets better at trading than me. Then I know I did a good job. Let's see here. Is the cat okay now? She's doing better, but she's still on meds. She still can't see properly. She probably won't be able to see properly her whole life. But cats adapt really, really quickly. My cat went suddenly blind on June 9th. Took her to the vet. Freaked out. Vet was like, I can't see her optical nerve. Vet was going to send her home with nothing. I ran it through AI, everything the vet was saying. AI says she probably has some kind of an infection because of what the vet's describing. Sounds like a virus. A large amount of virus particles in her eye infection. And so we gave her steroids and antibiotics. She got antibiotics for 10 days, brought her back after the antibiotics. Of course, the vet says, I can see her optical nerve, which means all of her hardware is intact. Put her on another 7 days of the meds, and she can still see some. That's Angel, yeah. Steven, do you think AI will reach its limits this year? No, I think AI has got a long ways to go, Rusty. I love Rusty because he asks me such great questions. Getting my oldest daughter her first home, putting 5% down. Love the channel. Cool. Yeah, no, AI will reach its limits this year. Heavens, no. No. There'd be nothing of the sort. Nothing of the sort. AI's got to get to artificial general intelligence, then artificial super intelligence. So we got a long ways to go. I mean, AI is actually bad for me right now. It's just another tool on the tool belt? Maybe. Well, thank you so much, Live in IRL. Appreciate you for the super chat. $10. That's nice of you, man. You know, YouTube will take half, but still want to give you a little something for appreciation. Oh, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. I would prefer, just so you guys know, I mean, if you guys are like the super chatter type, like I say, I'd rather form the relationship where I become your teacher and you guys become my student. But I do appreciate when you do send me a super chat. That's very kind of you. Heavens, I don't know that I'd even deserve it. How many people have a local computer in their own homes? I mean, I could have it if I wanted it. I just don't want to go through the hassle. Like, I have a dormant M1 Pro, MacBook Pro sitting there. I don't do anything with it. It's an M1, but it's still sufficient for that. If I wanted to, I could buy a Mac Mini. Like, I have the means to do all that stuff. I don't really want to go through all the hassle of setting up a local large language model on my computer. And the only thing I would ever do it for would be video creation. And I use Mac OS, so there really is no good solution for that. You can download DeepSeek, or you can download, like, you know, open source stuff that's halfway decent and quite good in some cases. But then it's like, is your token rate even any better than on a fast internet connection? And also, if I download something like DeepSeek, so I'm sorry, I'm talking about AI, and a lot of people don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. DeepSeek is a Chinese-made AI. Now, don't use it on the internet, because now DeepSeek is basically Chinese government-owned. That's a bad idea. But if you download it locally on a computer that is not online, or you properly configure the computer to not reach out to the internet for that app, you could have a pretty good AI. But then you have something called tokens. And the token rate. Tokens are like little bits of, we'll call tokens like currency. How many tokens does a thing cost to do? It costs a lot of tokens to make I did AI in my last video. I don't know if you noticed it. My video I posted up yesterday has an AI transition that I built. That cost me a lot. I used Cdance 2.0 for that shot. It cost me a lot. It cost me $5 to do. $5. It could have cost me $15 if I wanted to do it in 4K. So the bigger the job, the more tokens. But then there's a token rate, how quickly you can actually do the thing. More powerful hardware goes faster. But I think we're going to get to a point where data centers are going to become a moot point. A moot point because, like, Apple's hardware, the M5 chips, all these chips, their entire infrastructure is excellent for localized AI. So then why do you need data centers if people are going to switch to localized stuff, you know? Anyways, it's a boring chat that nobody likes. Yeah. How's my wife doing? We already had this conversation. M1's still a beast. Yeah, but my problem with my M1 is it only has 16 gigs of RAM, so it gets overloaded. I have NVIDIA GDX Spark, but it's a heater, and that's what makes it think desert climate won't work. You can run that here. Fine, you just do air conditioning. I don't care about token rate, local compute. I only care about running my GPU at 95%. What I would do if I were you, Vegas, if you were going to come to Vegas and run something like that, is I would just buy a pretty decent in-room AC unit and just run the in-room AC higher and then wall that entire part of your house off from your local. And here's what you could do. Here's the idea I would have for you, okay? Get something like a Google Nest thermostat. I have the 4th gen, whatever the newest one is. And that one allows you to use pucks, like little discs. It even comes with a disc to start you off. And then what you do is you set your Google Nest thermostat. This is the setup I would say to you if I was guiding you on this. Come to Vegas, move to Vegas, do your thing, localized GPU, whatever. Come in, stick it in a room with an in-room AC that you run at the lowest setting. Usually ACs go down to like 58 or 65. Close the door on that room. Get a Google Nest Smart Learning thermostat. Take the puck, put it somewhere else in your house. Now your AC and your heat will be based on a separate room, and that air-conditioned room will have nothing to do with your overall air conditioning system. That's what I would do. I'm an IT guy for 20 years. My department has 2 Mac Studio devices. We are setting up for an LLM. Each one costs $3,500. Yeah, I paid $3,700 for my Mac Studio last year before the prices went up. Now it's way more. I'm glad I got it when I did. Mom Donnie wants you to set your AC at 78. My AC is always at 78. So what? You know, here's the thing about that. Has anybody seen how Zoran Mondani in New York City, he told everybody to set their AC to 78? And then everybody lost their ever-loving minds. Like, did you see what happened with all that? Because it happened. Everybody lost their minds when Mondani said, set your air conditioning to 78. They all got really, really mad, and they said, how dare you? But here's the thing. Almost every single state in the entire United States of America, their state governments have always said 78. The United States Department of something or other, I can't remember which one it is, the EPA, they tell you to put your AC at 78. It's been a thing forever, guys. Don't lose your mind. I think it's more the messenger versus the message on that. Okay? But just a suggestion, he wasn't telling anybody you have to set your AC at 78 or else we're coming for you. So you gotta chill, man. It's 4th of July weekend, bro. Don't let one guy ruin it for you. You would not want AI in your home. Your AI is already in your home. I hate to break it to you. If you have a phone, then AI is in your house. Your phone does AI on it without you knowing it's doing it in the background. So yeah, my AC is set to 78, so you guys can call me a socialist. I'm not. I hate socialism and I hate communism and I don't support the CCP. I won't even visit China. People in my family fled the USSR, nearly died. So, you know, seriously, my family almost got wiped out with famines because of the USSR. So I'm not a fan, but you guys can do whatever you want to do. Call me whatever you want to call me. My car is always set at low. My temperature goes to where it says low, LO. I won't go any. My car is hot. Your cars are hot in Vegas, man. 165 degrees inside when you get in the summertime. You gotta blast that AC, honky. Do it. Do it. How would Arnold say, come on, do it. Come on, make it cold in here. Yeah, colder. We need the air conditioning. Correct if I am wrong, but hasn't the iPhone been an AI device since 12 or 14. Every single device, man. Every single device has machine learning and neural cores and all this stuff on it. But if I set my house to 70 degrees, I'm cold. I set it to 68 at night. Anyway. Joining late, lots of yard work to do. Sounds fun, man. Sounds fun. We don't live in a fascist country. How do you compute that? I don't think you understand what fascism is, but that's okay. Oh, and he just lost 10 subscribers. I don't care anymore. So you don't tell me we're in a fascist country. That's the most insulting, dumb thing. Like, mods, don't touch pink lips for saying something ignorant. You can always fix ignorance. You can't fix stupidity. That's what it is. Where do you think the NBA team is going to play? We don't know yet. T-Mobile Arena, most likely. Because, see, the thing is, if they're trying to start the NBA in Vegas in 2028, then they have to do it at T-Mobile Arena. They don't have anywhere else they can play. Nothing else will work. Corporations in bed with the government. That's not fascism. Do you understand what fascism is? I'm going to explain to you. You want to know what fascism is? He's not spamming. He's 2 comments and... Yeah, well, if you start spamming, I'll take care of him. Here's what fascism is. Fascism is where you lived for 12 years in fear that if you say that you disagree with trans people, you might lose your job. Right? So you're afraid to speak. Fascism is where if you say that you think we should have a secure border, that you're called a racist and blacklisted amongst a group of people at your office, so you're afraid to speak. Fascism is the suppression of speech, okay? Right now we have the exact polar opposite of that. We have so much free speech that people are able to carve out entire careers talking about how much they hate or love the government right now. Well, Caesars thrive or fail without fail following their buyout. You know, the magic 8-ball says Outlook is muddy. We don't know. This is going to go private. If it goes private, you're going to see major changes. Hopefully they're good changes, but I don't know until I see what he does. T-Mobile Arena is going to have the Golden Knights, the PWHL, and the NBA. So what? It'll be all right. PWHL hardly plays any games, by the way, because the Professional Women's Hockey League does not play a lot of games, and I don't think they're playing at T-Mobile Arena. I'm almost positive that they're not, but you could be right, and I don't want to sound like a know-it-all, so let's find out. I'm almost positive that they're not, though. Las Vegas home arena. They could be. I would be very surprised. They don't want to play at a 18,000-seat venue. No, you're right. They will be at T-Mobile. That surprises me. I don't know why they would do that. They're not going to fill that arena. It's not saying women's hockey is bad. Women's hockey is very exciting. It's a lighter style of play with less hits and less, different rules. I like women's hockey. I don't care for women's basketball, but I don't care for basketball in general. It's the attitude of the women in the women's basketball that I don't like, more or less. So I like women's hockey. You should check it out. They stream all the games for free on YouTube. Completely in their entirety. Professional broadcasts. We're not a fascist country. We're a technocracy run by a bureaucracy. Interesting comments. Anyways, I will post up occasionally here, just so you guys know. If you guys are on the fence about 1K a day, I keep raising the price. We're doing a literal 2-day special that ends midnight, July 5th, so into Monday, July 6th. You guys can get it for $189.89. I explained how 1989 is my American dream date. So click the link, get in now. It's going to be $249 next week, and you will wish you got it now. So what do you know about the Starlink mini antennas in Las Vegas? Does the airport mess you guys up? I have no idea. I use T-Mobile and Verizon. It's not that I don't like Elon Musk. It's just that Starlink is not good for what I do. I need fast upload speeds no matter what. So like, if I'm uploading a video, Starlink is not for me. If I'm streaming a video, Starlink is not for me. Trans poker player, just so you guys know, I'm not censoring you. YouTube censors you sometimes. And YouTube censored this, even though it doesn't deserve to be censored. Trans poker player got second place in a women's poker event. If that's factual, we'll show it. There's no reason not to. Starlink, $10 a month is not bad. I don't have any need for it, though. T-Mobile is very fast for me. Very fast. I don't know what Verizon is like right now. I'm inside of the Planet Hollywood. Let's see what that looks like. This is Verizon Wireless inside of Planet Hollywood. This is their cheap plan. This is called Visible. This is their garbage plan. So tell me why I need Starlink in Las Vegas. This is actually admirable. Look how good Verizon is performing. Yeah, that's faster than a lot of people's at-home internet connections on a prepaid $25 a month deprioritized line. That's some wild stuff, ain't it? What about T-Mobile? Let's find out what T-Mobile's like. I always love this stuff. I'm a tech guy, so it's always fun to look at. Do I have speed test on here? I don't. I have to browse this one online, I remember now. So this is what, this is a Verizon postpaid plan. It's probably not as fast. Let's see. This is T-Mobile. T-Mobile, not prepaid, not cheap. This is their full plan. So it's a little bit slower right here. But the upload is what matters. Let's see what the upload looks like. So the upload is actually great. That is almost as fast as what I pay Cox Cable for at my house. That's pretty good. An oligarchy is a form of government or system in which power of control is held by a small group of people rather than by one individual, as in a monarchy or dictatorship, or by the people as a whole. Yeah, and we're not an oligarchy either. We're a democrat. We're a republic of states that all appoints their local leaders and contribute to a larger system with a president. You know, it's not that hard to see. I mean. But that's fine. You don't like America. There's other places. I highly suggest you try one. And I'm not saying leave. I'm just saying if you try other places, you will find out that you love America. If you try other places, you will find out you love America. If you live somewhere else, you will see. If you go to Southeast Asia, you will notice real fast that you are not guaranteed power 365 days a year. The power can go out for 8 hours at a time, and you may not have water for 2 days. Hope you have some 500-gallon drums that caught some rainwater for you to drink. I'm not joking, this happens. If you go to south of the border, I hope you like bribing government officials so you can stay out of prison. If you do business, you will pay bribes. If you drive around the country, you will pay bribes to the police officers. This is the way it works, right? If you go to Canada and you have a dissenting opinion, you could have police officers show up at your house. The same thing in the United Kingdom and most of Europe. You will come right back to America and kiss the damn ground that you stepped off of when you get back, when you realize how good you actually have it here. The best data speeds in Vegas are generally always going to be on T-Mobile, from my experience, although I haven't used AT&T. AT&T might be the best, I don't know, but I have 2 phone lines. Actually, no, I have a line of service in that iPad, I have a line of service in this phone. That's 2. I have 4. I pay for 4 cell phone plans every month. It's crazy. I'm going to go do Uber so you can pay for my program. It offers Afterpay, just so you guys know. I mean, I don't recommend Klarna and Afterpay for most things, but this is cheap. You know, you get like 4 payments or whatever. Let me see what it comes down to for you guys if you decide to do it. This is only like $200 or less. You're probably fine on doing like one of those buy now, pay laters. Unless you're really bad at paying bills and you're completely broke, then you shouldn't do it at all, period. It's not for you. The course is not for you. So they do Afterpay. If you do Afterpay for the course, it's $47 4 times. No interest. Same with Klarna. So if you decide to do it, you can do it that way. Pay for the same phone line and the scammers use $10 a month. I don't use a personal SIM card. Oh, so you have one of those phone lines that we never answer. In Mexico, we regularly had to pay local telco officials just to keep our commercial data links, or else we would lose the line for a day or until it gets repaired. Yeah. I mean, the world is an ugly, gross place. I'm just telling you. America is a pretty great, chill, calm place with a very low level of corruption and a very welcoming people who will go out on a limb to take care of you. Steven in Alberta now, your driver's license and ID cards now integrate your health card number, and it shows if you're a true Canadian with a little symbol. I mean, that's a good and a bad thing, right? Do you have your prior trading experience do you have to have tried or... No, kid, if you don't know anything, you start at 0. It's the easiest thing to start at 0, man. You can start at 0 and have 0 experience of trading. I go through everything. Let me show you what that looks like, actually. I can show you. Might as well, right? So, here's how the course goes if you decide to get to 1K a day. We start off with, welcome to the course, my story, how I got into this. Empty your mind. These are psychological lessons. Base hits, real in action. Okay. What are futures? Why do we trade them? What computers, prop firms, how do they work? Paper trading practice. Your why, setting your intent. When we trade, setting up a trading view account. And then like when we go to the setting up your trading view, I'm not logged in. That's what it looks like. They're all videos. It just plays in your browser. So you go there, how to make a trade, buy or sell market, how to avoid getting addicted to trading. And then we go to all of this, how to trade on mobile devices. I just added this last week. iPhone or Android and iPad, how to make trades on mobile. What you will learn, technical versus fundamental, candles and bars, moving averages, indicators, Fibonacci's, 24 hours of footage of video lessons. And then eventually we have strategies and all sorts of stuff. So what is Pink doing? Yeah, Pink, I'm going to put you on timeout for right now. You're going to get a 5-minute timeout right now because you're just being anti-Semitic. And I don't like anti-trans or anti-gay or anti-straight or anti-Semitic or anti-Christian. I don't like antis. I don't like antis. I forgot Flip Trips used to be sensational freshies, my bad. So anyways, antibodies, I have no idea what you're talking about. But that's what I teach, that's how I teach. I'm a course subscriber, it's not easy at all, but it's $200 worth of knowledge all day long. I love your brief, very short videos. Steven, have you heard of Connect With Me? Is that like Connect? I mean, there's lots of ways. I've tried everything. People don't buy stuff when I give them affiliate links. Like I gave you all an affiliate link to a crypto trading course because everybody's like, I already trade, I don't need your damn course. Nobody signed up, nobody traded. It's like I don't give you a lot of promotions and stuff. There's so much corruption at the highest level of our government right now, worse in our country's history. How's that meme go where the guy's like, "You sure about that?" Because we just came out of an administration where the president's son was appointed on the board of a Ukrainian energy company when he had absolutely no experience in energy, and he got paid like hundreds of thousands of dollars a month to do nothing. And then he introduced people in that part of the world to the president, and then everybody lied about it. And then at the very end of it all, the last president wrote a whole bunch of pardons and presidential pardons and used the power of his pen to let everybody off. And then we also had another guy that sat in front of Congress in the Senate and said that he didn't know what gain of function even is. Like, I'm a doctor, we never did that. And then it turns out he did all that stuff. But he lied to everybody. And he told us to stand 15 feet away from each other. And we're 6 feet away from each other. And then we're supposed to stay in our houses for 15 days, according to him. And there was plexiglass everywhere. And then it turns out none of that was true. Like, they uncovered emails where that guy was saying he made all that stuff up. It wasn't real. But, I mean, look, if you want to say it's more corrupt now, that's fine, but I don't know about all that. I'm still working on figuring out futures trading. Hold on. Let me see that. Oh, I just had 10 more people unsubscribe me. Hey, if you guys agree with anything I'm saying, can you subscribe and do me a huge favor? Because I'll lose everybody. My audience hates it when I get like this, but I'm so tired. I can't just, like, pretend. You know what I'm saying? I'm still working on figuring out futures trading. No, James, I don't expect you to get into crypto, brother. Okay, Steven, I'm out for the evening and dinner. Enjoy your night. I paid for your parking fee. You paid for my parking fee? I am so confused as to what happened. Maybe you sent me a Cash App or something. If you did, that's very nice of you. Thank you so much. I don't know. Maybe you sent me a super chat and I missed it. I'm such a prick. I apologize if I missed your super chat. I'm sub. Steven dropping the truth bombs. I'm subscribed. They will be back. They always come back. A lot of politicians' kids are out on boards with payoffs. Why don't you even think about the R's we're interested in going after? Yeah, I mean, it's all one thing, man. Oh, you sent me a PayPal? Thank you, brother. I had $0 in my PayPal account up until now. I don't know why PayPal didn't send me a notification. I apologize. I don't have all my apps signed into this iPhone Air. It's a brand new phone. I only got it a few weeks ago because I don't know why. Oh my gosh. See, look at this crap. Verify an email I don't even have access to. This is garbage. Looks like I had a subscriber pop up and I didn't see it. Let's see here. Thank you guys for the subscriptions. I appreciate that. We're trying to rebuild our channel. And it was... Thank you very much for that, Alvin. I wasn't saying that to get a donation out of you guys. I don't even give you my donation links. I don't need your donations. But thank you so much, Alvin. Send it the 35. That was very nice of you. I don't say that. I show you those things because I can afford to pay them. What happens if 7 figures hits that PayPal? 7 figures will never hit that PayPal. Steve, please don't let these people under your skin. Politics can literally contaminate any subject matter. Yeah, but you know what, guys? I have to be fair and balanced. So when you got a bunch of people that are in my chat telling me America's a fascist country, this is the worst place in the world. I've lived in Canada. I've lived in the United States. I've lived in Mexico. I've lived in the Philippines. Those are my 4 countries. So to the people saying that America is a crap hole, what are your 4 countries? Please tell me. And you might tell me there's 10 countries, and I'll say, great, why aren't you in one of them? If it's better for you. There's a legal path to immigration in most places. America makes it actually very hard, for what it's worth, to do it legally. I know. I just paid it for you. Would have paid it if I had been there in Vegas with you. Oh, bro, I pay for parking all the time. I just don't tell people. pay $30 for Circa downtown because I don't want to bother Richard Wilk, who offers to do it for free, but I don't like taking freebies. I'm Canadian and I want to live in the U.S. but can't afford it. Get a loan, start a franchise. You know, there's companies out here, law firms that'll help you start a franchise. And if you start a franchise in the United States as a Canadian, you're immediately employing a bunch of Americans. You're making an investment into the country, and then you qualify for a specific type of visa. They'll give you an LPR, legal permanent residency, and then after that, you can graduate yourself to as a 2 or 3 year green card, or they might even just give you a 10-year permanent residency card, which after 10 years never expires, but you have to renew. USA is awesome because I can worship our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Yeah, try doing that in a lot of countries around the world without hiding out in a bunker with your other fellowship, hoping you don't get caught. Okay, Stephen, you can pay my marina dock free for one day. I don't want to. It's probably like thousands of dollars. God bless. But I could, but I don't want to.
In the battle between Columbus and the millions of the world. From the capital city of the United States of America, Washington, D.C. Ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Get your cameras out.
Boy, go get your best gumbo in. I'm telling you. Take it along the water. You must not have my mama. You must not have my mama. You must not. That's gumbo making a work. It's not okay. No, what y'all saying? The best gumbo is not on this side. No. You gotta go to Louisiana for the best gumbo, man. You gotta see.
They're not going to do anything, or are they just going to run around? Do something, dude.
Let's go.
Yeah, the audio's spotty because I turned on the strongest noise isolation possible. Because the music is going to blow my stream out. So I'm still here, the music is going, it's just really, really loud. That's all it is. That's how good the audio is. You want to hear it? Here. Now you can't hear anything. Watch. You want to hear it? Here. Now you can't hear anything. Watch. You want to hear it? Now I'm jamming it into your ears.
Gather around. Keep the door open. We have 20 short seconds. Something you've never seen before on the hard concrete. What's that? Black guys dancing.
Yeah, it's all copyright music.
Black guys swimming with no police behind us.
Yeah, racial jokes. Yeah, you guys are edgy.
All the
Yeah.
way from New York City.
There's only one race, the human race. Please give us money.
All right, let's
This is the only part of the show that's worth watching. They're going to do some actual acrobatics. Hey! They're talented. I can't do this. But they're running a hard scam. Thank you, Mr. A. Appreciate you. Wait a second. Like, they gotta build up because there's nobody out here to watch them. The scam is that they're gonna pull people in with audio game. They're gonna do a little bit of acrobatics. Then when they get a crowd, they're gonna spend 15 minutes hustling the crowd for donations, making tacky jokes about racial stuff to sound edgy. And what it does is it psychologically, it disarms you. So you want to give money because you feel like, oh, these guys are okay. And then they're going to do a grand finale where they pull in 4 or 5 different volunteers from the crowd that look like they have money. And then at the very, very end, after they do their grand finale, which isn't very good, they're going to hit those 4 guys up in front of 500 people. They're going to hit them all up for $20, $40, $50 and put them on blast in front of a giant peer group. And those guys are going to take out their wallets and pay anywhere between $100 to $400 for these guys. That's a scam.
Are you ready?
Now do you understand?
This show is for the beautiful people.
He has white privilege.
This show is for the beautiful people. So if you're ugly, keep on walking.
Oh my gosh, guys. Nah, Vegas Starfish is very good.
Yes, sir.
She tells about scams. She has never talked about this one that I've seen.
Stop and watch. Stop and watch. Here we go.
We have 10 short seconds. We're going to take it around and start this show. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, standing around. All eyes on the black guys. I repeat, all eyes on the black guys. Here we go.
Are they going to do anything? Let's go, guys. $5, not happy.
Let's do it. Fellas, are y'all ready? Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for showtime. We need to know if you guys are ready to see the show. If you guys are ready to see the show, everybody clap your hands and make some noise.
I can't talk right now because you guys don't like my strong noise
There's like
isolation.
100 people here. If you guys are ready to see the show, clap your hands and make some noise. Alright, everybody that's watching this, do us one big favor. We don't like when people walking in front of you and do your show. That is very rude. I need everybody to move up to our stage area. That is the black line in front of us. Everybody move up, move up, move up. Everybody move up, move up. So guys move up, the fast we start. Everybody bring it in, bring it in. We're waiting on you. Everybody move up, move
I already
up.
had you. I bought you with the flip. I bought you with the flip. I did. See, I did.
Everybody in the back. Please in. If you don't speak English,
we're done.
walk your ass up forward.
Sorry I wasted your time, guys. These guys are ridiculous. I didn't share them because I know your policy on that. Sorry, I'm texting my friend about Grand Theft Auto right now. All right. Oh, we got the police out here. Actual police. Real police. Lots of police. 2 in that car. We got the unmarked car that's not very inconspicuous because it's actually marked. It's got a giant light. Got the paddy wagons. There you go. All right. Got lots of police out here, man. So, too much, man. Oops. I want to do that. I want to switch my lens here. Back ultra wide. Okay. So yeah, it's not incredibly busy out here. Well, cratered the hotel rates. They nickel and diming on stuff like parking that used to be free for specific types like locals and things. Now it's pay-as-you-go parking. Steven, what do you think of PlayStation not making physical discs anymore, everything digital? I have a lot to say about that, but nobody in the chat gives a damn. Yeah, you're so negative. No, it's true. My audience doesn't care. I don't know. Do you guys care? Say yes in the chat, I'll talk about it. Otherwise, I don't get 5 yeses, I'm not talking about it. If you guys don't know, the news is that the other day, a couple of days ago, PlayStation, arguably the biggest big game business on that's not Steam, another company, they said no more physical discs ever after 2028. We're just not making them anymore. Oh, I guess everybody cares. Huh. So we're talking like Blu-rays that they make for PlayStation consoles, and it got some of the biggest backlash I've ever seen online for anything. This is preceded by June 25th, where Rockstar and Take-Two that make Grand Theft Auto 6 came out and said, hey, guess what? There's no physical edition of Grand Theft Auto 6. If you want to own the game, you're never going to own the game. You'll never own the game. It's digital. And you might be like, what? Wait, what? What do you mean I'll never own the game? Well, when you buy digital games, you're agreeing to a license. And the license explicitly states that you don't own the game. What you're doing is you're buying a license for a thing that you can play until they decide you can't play it anymore. And in about a few days before Sony said no more physical discs, over in Germany, they delisted like 500 movies that people had purchased on Sony online platforms. Maybe they bought it through their television set, or they bought it through, I think some Sony Blu-ray players did this over the years, or they bought it on a PlayStation 3 a long time ago when the first ever digital stuff came out. Movies like Terminator, movies like Talladega Nights, I think. 500 movies. If you own it, you no longer own it. Poof, it's gone. It's not even, you can't access it. You paid money for it, but now you can't own it anymore. So now we have Sony saying no more discs. Now, games nowadays are huge. There's some games that are bordering like Call of Duty Black Ops 6, I think, or something. It's like 300 gigabytes to install everything. So you're relying on an internet connection to download a 300 gigabyte game in some cases. It's normal and average, common 100 gigabytes, 187, 200. This is a huge burden on a lot of people that don't have super fast internet connections. I looked at it. If your internet's 50 megabits per second, it takes you 10 hours to download that. 10 hours. So Sony argues that 90% of all their game sales for most of their titles are done digitally, so we're just listening to the customer. But now you can't buy a physical thing in the store and put it into your game console. If that storefront gets delisted, or God forbid a console manufacturer stops doing business entirely, you no longer play the thing. You can't play it anymore. It's gone. It's forever gone. Nintendo has closed down certain stores. Just give you an idea of how this business works. Does anybody remember back in the 1980s, a company called Konami? You might know them if you come to Vegas. They make slot machines. Now, that's all they do. Slot machines and pachinko and Dance Dance Revolution. They made arcade games. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They made arcade games back in the day. Like, the original arcade game came out in 1989. They put this on the Xbox. You could buy it. You could play it. And then it got delisted because the digital rights went to somebody else who decided not to put it on the console. So if you had this on your console and you paid for it, you could play it. But if you got a new console and it wasn't downloaded, you lost your purchase forever. This is the business of digital games. It also prevents people from sharing their games. So like, I'm texting my friend here about Grand Theft Auto. Now, he has physical copies of everything. He just gives me his stuff when he doesn't use it anymore. And I can put it in a disc into a drive and play it. That means that somebody bought it once from the people who made the game and then never bought it again. They lost future sales. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to control what you can do with your own products. They're trying to squeeze you out of being able to resell a game. Maybe you play games really, really fast. You buy Grand Theft Auto 6 if it came on a disc. You play it, it's a 40-hour single-player campaign. You get bored of it. A week later, because you're obsessive over the game, you go to GameStop. You paid $100 for that game on a disc. It doesn't come on a disc, but if it did, you paid $100 for that disc game. You go to GameStop, you might get $60 or $70 back for it. And then the developer of the game loses future sales forever. They're trying to close that loophole. And at the same time, again, you're just agreeing to a license whenever you use these online services. Your stuff can disappear. I mean, if you were watching Netflix because The Office was on it, suddenly The Office was not on it. You had to go buy a Peacock service because that licensing deal ended, and now it's on Peacock. I made an actual 28-minute video on my Patreon about this last week. I put several hours of content on Patreon recently, and I covered all this in that video. And so to me, it's just greedy companies bullying you around, dictating what you can do with the stuff that you own, making sure that you have less choices as a consumer, and it's never going to end, guys. I mean, this is just the reality in the world that we live in, you know? It's the same as auto manufacturers making people pay to subscribe to heated seats and all that jazz. Auto manufacturers. Toyota's doing this in cars. There was outcry with Toyota because you would buy a Camry and you would buy a trim level. If you don't know cars, cars have something called a trim level. It's the level of stuff that you get in the car, the level of perks and benefits. Heated seats, keyless entry, push start with your phone, cool stuff. Turns out that Toyota was giving you all of those for a little bit, and then when you wanted to actually use them after the little bit it was over, you weren't able to use them anymore. You had to subscribe to an annual fee package. So the car you bought that had all these features doesn't actually have all these features. Now you're paying them every single year, being basically forced into microtransactions to use the thing that you bought. That's the world that we live in. Lots of companies do these kinds of things. They get you in, they get you enjoying it. It's called enshittification. It happens in every single industry. You get used to it, and then it's no longer good. That's all. Grand Theft Auto 6 costs $109 for the standard edition, $139 in Canada. Ouch. But still your choice to buy or not buy. Eventually people will no longer buy that garbage. No. That's the problem, James. The problem is people lack a sense of identity. People lack the identity that they used to have. The idea of liberty, of freedom to do what I want with the thing that I own. The pride of ownership is gone. We're in a rental society right now. You pay a rental service for music. If you're a Kanye West fan, it's hard to be a Kanye West fan and stream all your music because half the time he takes his stuff off of streaming services because he feels like it. It's not even the streaming service doing it, but that's just one such example. Or you get Neil Young, who throws a little pissy fit and says, if you don't get rid of Joe Rogan, I'm going to take all my stuff off Spotify. And you happen to be a Neil Young fan. You don't care about the politics that he cares about. You just like to listen to Russ Never Sleeps. You think that Keep on Rockin' and The Free World's a great track. But he's not on Spotify anymore because he threw a fit. He threw a tantrum. That's what we're talking about. That's the, and then we get down to things like AI. We get down to things like them just basically telling you AI is going to, what they're telling you right now, AI is going to cure the economy. It's going to make everybody absurdly wealthy. I can't believe that was on camera. It's going to make everybody absurdly wealthy. We're all going to have huge high net worths. Just trust in the process. Go do AI. Don't worry about it replacing your jobs. Don't look over there where Spotify laid off 8,000 people. Don't look at Meta laying off 9,000 people. Don't look at the logistics side of UPS laying off people because they don't need people because AI is running the show. It's okay. You're going to be fine. Meanwhile, you're sitting there going, how am I going to be fine? Well, we'll just tax AI and give you a universal basic income. Oh, really? So now I get to be subservient to somebody. Well, that's exactly what I wanted. I mean, I wasn't happy at my job right now where I'm subservient to my boss, who I think is kind of a prick. But now I get to be subservient to the government. You understand? Old man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you were. 24 and I still want more. I saw Neil Young up in Tahoe once. They had these concerts by the lake at Harrah's and Harvey's. I don't know if they're still doing those concerts, but it was kind of funny because you didn't have to pay for anything. You could just go to the fence and watch the concert for free. And it explains why I don't rent junk. I own my CDs and I'm 70, but still it's mine. I mean, that's great, man, yeah. So that's the world you live in now, folks. You know, the world of you're going to lose your job. You're going to, learn to code, they told you, and so you learn to code. And then they said, here's an H-1B visa person, train your replacement. So you trained your replacement without knowing you're training your replacement because they didn't tell you it was your replacement. And then the H-1B visa person is being told that they're redundant, they're no longer needed, and we see mass layoffs. If I go to the layoff tracker right now, it's absolutely shocking what we've seen. I haven't even talked about this on my channel lately. Layoff tracker. Tech layoffs tracker. I mean, like, just in the tech industry alone, right? This year. Oh, this is absurd. The latest layoffs across tech companies so far in 2026. There have been 164,971 people impacted, 892 people per day. In 2024, there was 245,000. So we're just over halfway done, and we're set to eclipse our layoffs in just the tech space. And we are a service industry. Like, we're talking big companies, Oracle, Dell. There's a whole website that does this. It's the Tech Tracker. It'll tell you everything you need to know about it. So, good luck. Lots of movie studios aren't doing DVDs and Blu-rays anymore. You're in a bad spot. It keeps cutting out. Stream is fine on my end. Maybe I am in a bad spot. I don't know. I completely lost signal over there. It's so weird. No matter what service I've used, no matter what phone I've used, I have always had the risk of coming out of Planet Hollywood or being in that spot in front of those stores of the signal completely flatlining on me forever and never coming back. So, yeah, what I was showing you was the tech layoffs and the big companies, and it's coming for you guys. That's why I've told you guys, learn to trade, learn to skill, learn to play the markets, learn to get an edge. I lowered my price. We have no students today. People aren't in a buying mood right now. It's fine. We got the price $189.89. It was $229 yesterday. I just knocked how much off of it? $40. I just gave you a $40 discount, but it ends on July 6th. So get it or don't. It'll be $249.97 next.
Brothers, pray for us. Greet all the brothers with a holy kiss.
I can tell you the problem right now. It's that it's overheating, even though it's dark. I don't know what temperature it is because my watch is dead. Let me look on the weather app here. Yep, I've told you, go learn a simple skill, something that happens every single day that's repeatable, that takes 15 or 20 minutes a day. It's still 92 degrees in Vegas, even though it's dark.
Shout out LBR.
Shout out LBR. They're even laying off people at radio stations. Or just shutting. Yeah, terrestrial radio's pretty much dead. I listen to AM radio sometimes. 189.89 is a deal. Tesla semi-truck killed a couple of people this week in Nevada. Was it the full self-drive? Or was it a human operator? If it's a human operator, I don't want to hear about it. Sucks that it happened. But accidents, there was probably 15 accidents this weekend in a single day. So I don't like to hear it. I did $370 yesterday in about 15 seconds. You did 15 seconds to make $370. One of my students there. Very nice. Self-drive, wow. I'm surprised I didn't hear about that on X. I've seen people abuse that full self-drive. It's disgusting. They're like managing to configure it so they can watch YouTube videos and stuff while it's operating. It's not a technology that's 100% yet. You shouldn't be using it like it is, but people do bad stuff with it. I hear the Tesla truck isn't profitable for Tesla. I don't know. Are you ready for the 4th of July parade and fireworks tomorrow morning? I wish Las Vegas had the K-Rock station. Is that still a thing? They broke bands back in the day, man. It's LA though. Not here. Bring your 14-year-olds to Vegas and have them wear makeup like they're 25. That's a bad idea. If you bring your daughters here, can you do me a favor? I have opinions on this. They're going to be unpopular opinions. Maybe not with this audience. But your 15-year-old girl shouldn't be walking around like she's ready to go to the club on her makeup. Like, there's no reason for that, okay? I know these young girls want to dress like that, but trust me, that leads to a whole mess of problems in society. Do you think Taylor Swift's marriage will last? Is she married now? I don't know. Am I surprised Vegas didn't get any of the World Cup matches? No. It would never have worked here. I don't know if you know this, but I just learned this today, actually. It was somebody that was trying to be like, this is why Denver didn't get any World Cup. We know why Denver didn't get any World Cup. We know why. We know it's because the people in that state absolutely hate Donald Trump, and if the World Cup's successful and they host it, they're part of the celebration for the event, and he can take a winning lap. And so they didn't have the World Cup in Denver. But they tried to spin it. They said, well, if you have the World Cup, FIFA doesn't let you host anything for 90 days before in that venue. So that's a reason I didn't know. I don't know if you probably don't know that. You probably don't know that. So you can't have any events for anything for 90 days before the World Cup starts. Vegas Allegiant Stadium hosts major concerts every single weekend.
The glory of our Lord Jesus Christ.
The other side of things is that they can't physically put a FIFA pitch inside of the Legion. The math just doesn't work. FIFA has all these dimensions you have to nail. And you need certain, barriers and dead zones for medical and for media and stuff. And Legion just doesn't work for that. It was never built with that in mind. You can host soccer matches there all day long, but you just can't host a FIFA match in there. Yeah, 90 days, that's what they said. Kind of wild. It's a long time. But I mean, look, at Levi Stadium, they want to do it. They could just be like, yeah, fine. We know that in 3 years, we're going to have the World Cup, and we're not going to put anybody in the stadium for 3 months. And Levi Stadium up in Santa Clarita, where the Niners play. What is that about Tito? What, Reno? I don't know. I think all streamers are paid money to say stupid things. They don't tell you. Santa Clara, thank you for the correction. Clara, Clarita, Chlamydia. You don't want to go to Santa Chlamydia You come out of there needing antibiotics. Well, they call it San Francisco when it's Santa Clara, the same way people say they live in Vegas when they live in Boulder City or Henderson or North Las Vegas. Nobody knows Santa Clara. It's no offense to Santa Clara. It's just the fact that they don't know what that is. What's that? Where's that? Is that near LA? Santa Clara? Everything is Santa something. San something. It's freaking California. Everything is named after a saint. So it's nothing, you know, it's not like they're trying to mask something. They're not being...
Oh, right.
FIFA has a rule: if you're not a sponsor of FIFA, all sponsorship banners and logos have to come off. Yep. They have FIFA is like one of the greediest organizations on the planet Earth, for what it's worth. They're making $13 billion in revenue and $10 billion in profit off of this World Cup. Did you guys know that? They are. They're making like $10 billion of profit off this World Cup this year. That's the most they've ever made in a single event. So they're going to find a way to put the World Cup back in the United States really, really fast. Because for them, it's just like people here are used to paying absurd amounts of money for everything. We have the wealth built into it. We have the audience that will support it. We have the hype machine. They're going to put the World Cup back here. 2038, you watch. Because the next time they do it, it's in Europe. And here's the rules. The rules for the World Cup. If you have a World Cup event, you can't host it for 2 World Cups after. So they're going to put it in 3 European countries. It's like Spain, Italy, and something else next. I don't know. They're going to put it in that region of Europe. Then all of Europe, because it's the EU, the Union, they can't host it for 8 years. For 2 tournaments. Then they're going to put it in South America. And so that'll make it so South America can't host it. And I don't know if they've ever played a World Cup in Asia, but Asia's not bid on it. So I imagine it's coming back here in 2038. In Canada, 2 CFL teams can't play in their own stadiums until the end of July, even though they're not hosting any more games. Yeah, that might upset you. Listen, God bless the CFL. I hope it survives forever. I hope the CFL never goes away. But if the Toronto ever gets an NFL team, CFL is done. It's just not going to work. Canadian football is fun to watch. It's just not a team that can survive very much in terms of financial variations in its business plan, you know? You got my course? Really? Thank you so much. I didn't see the email or nothing. Keith got my course. Well, that's cool, brother. If you did, you got to look for an email from Teachable. And if you don't see an email from Teachable, then you have to reach out to me. My email is below all of my videos. So you can click on the More button below the videos, and you'll always find my email. And every single, that's my general email. So thank you, Keith, if you got the course. You look for the email from Teachable. That'll show you the next steps. If you don't see it for some reason, you reach out to me. And then I get with you and I walk you through getting you into it. And then you just start watching videos, brother. Congrats, Keith. I didn't see an email come in because it takes like 15, 20 minutes sometimes. Let's wear our pajamas on the Las Vegas Strip. We gotta post our TikToks. I watched it for like 5 minutes the other day when the United States was playing. I saw one of the goals. Hey, Messi got 20 goals in the World Cup. That's a record forever, ever. Argentina, right? No, that's not how you say it. It's Argentina. Oh, Steven's racist. I literally had somebody call me racist when I made that accent. Whatever, shut up. That's right. I hate everybody. Myself most of all. Oh, that self-depreciating humor. Doot, 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 doot. How's the baseball stadium going? It's going. It'll be a thing. I was wrong. I don't mind saying it. I said they don't have the funding, and then it turns out that John Fisher, the owner of the team, he went into his family's trust to get the money. He said, I gotta fund it. So the rich got poorer because he actually had to use his own money for something. Usually they don't do that. But the whole point is they still didn't have any kind of private financing. They couldn't find anybody. And I'll tell you why. Come to think of it right now. So we're talking about the Oakland Athletics moving to Vegas, right? They're building a huge, now way over budget ballpark on the Las Vegas Strip. And, yes, sir. And they couldn't get anybody to privately finance it. Like, I know why now when I think about it. It's because Bally's owns the land, not the Athletics. So any kind of ROI on the land goes to Bally's Corporation. Why wouldn't you just give money to Bally's Corporation and invest in them? Because once the stadium's built, it's an asset that the Athletics own, but they rent the land out. It's weird. Francis, why so many NFL players come out of Louisiana? How can it be racist? Argentina people are mostly white. Private equity is in trouble now. You Canadians just need to start worrying about your own country. Alberta is going to become... Alberta's never becoming the part of... Oh, man. That's a thing that won't go away, though. There's going to be a vote this fall. Over 50% of the people in Alberta will say to stay in Canada. That'll be it. It's going to happen that way. That's the way it's going to happen. And so if you guys don't know, the Canadian Constitution, well, it's actually called the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. It's not called the Constitution. I'm just using a term you all know. It allows provinces to vote if they want to secede from Canada. Yes, it does. And Alberta, which is a very oil-rich province with lots of resources, that doesn't get a lot of representation from the Canadian federal government. They got mad and they decided to see if they could trigger a referendum to leave. And they successfully did that. They got enough petition signatures that it's happening, I believe, this fall. And if over 50% of people vote to leave, they're still not going to be able to leave because they're going to be stuck in legal turmoil with the federal government who will throw their best lawyers behind it for years. It's never going to happen. But I don't believe that most Albertans will vote to leave. I like Bryan Adams, man. But he made that song 51st State. I saw it on Apple Music. I didn't listen to it. I figured it was a protest song against the United States. I don't want to be anti-American. I love this place. America gave me every opportunity I could ever have. Treated me better than Canada. Didn't ever give me frostbite. What can I tell you? So I didn't listen to it, but I like Bryan Adams. He got his... did you ever hear the story about Bryan Adams? It was like... he got his first real six string. I think he bought it at the 5 and dime. He said he played it till his fingers bled. I think that was the summer of '69. And then what had happened was him and some guys from his school, they formed this band and they tried real hard. But what happened was it was sad because Billy quit and Jimmy got married. And Bryan was like, I should have known we'd never go far. Every time I switch to a low-carb diet, to keto or carnivore, my prefrontal cortex goes crazy, and my memories of things like that are just seared into the back of my eyelids if I close my eyes, I get that. So, there you go. And that's the story of Bryan Adams. Was it Jody? Whatever. I got one word wrong. Okay. I just read the lyrics. No, I didn't read the lyrics to anything, dude.
Okay.
I said the lyrics off memory. I don't read the lyrics. What you talking about, Willis? I don't sing Bryan Adams. What, everything I do it for you. I don't like ballads. They suck. I was listening to Queen before I came in. Call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I want to make a supersonic man out of you. Anyway. It's really funny because Green Day copied Queen. Green Day, the 90s alternative punk band, copied Queen, the 1970s rock band. And the way they did it was that in the song Basket Case? No. Do you have the time to listen? Is that Basket Case? That's Basket Case. He says, so I went to a shrink to analyze my dreams. She said it's lack of sex that's bringing me down. So I went to a whore who said my life's a bore. So then he switches it to him. So then in Don't Stop Me Now, Freddie Mercury does the same thing. Says, I want. And yeah, he switches it to a lady later. Anyway, her name was Lola. She was a showgirl. Absolutely, that's a sad song too. Barry Manilow. Do. Keith, I got your deal right here. I see it. So Keith just bought it right here. I have your email in the back end now. I'm not going to show it on screen, Mr. K. I don't want to show your full name. So thank you so much for using American Dream 1, the discount code. You got 1K a day for $189.89 because that's my special code for my sale. And then after that, it's $249.99. But he got my course. He's going to learn how to put in his bass hits, pay a bill or two with this kind of stuff, whatever. And so now that I have your email, I'm going to say this. Set a reminder to email Keith when I get home. So Siri made that reminder. And when I get home, I'm going to email you to make sure you got in. At least I think Siri got that reminder. It's thinking. That sucks. The Vegas Strip does not have the same pizzazz it did. Barry Manilow got to start playing in gay bathhouses. I don't know if that's true or not.
You're on live.
Is there more security on the Strip? Yes, lots more. There's a police officer right now keeping us all safe. It is mobbed out here, guys. Crazy. Mobbed, it's Vegas. Meh. Trump is speaking at Mount Rushmore right now. Oh boy. Gonna put my face on Mount Rushmore. Be the best mountain in the world. You'll see. Wow. This is insane. This reminds me of the past. Oh man, he's got the Luna Ultra without the wide angle. Oh. Gotta get the wide angle for this city, man. I'm telling you. Great camera, though. He's got the same camera as me. Just saw a chart, 4th of July, 4% more expensive. It's the most expensive 4th of July like ever. It's expensive, man. People can't ground beef, potatoes. Getting your freedom on never costed more. Look at that picture. iPhone for the win. It does look like pre-2020 Vegas. Absolutely. Look at this picture. Crystal clear, babe. I love it. I'm going to live out for a second. I give six grandfathers back to the... What? Yeah, Donald Trump wants his face. I don't know, dude. I want my face on Mount Rushmore. It's probably not going to happen. Leave history alone. Self-parking, $35. I know, I have the receipts. Like, quite literally in my pocket, I have a receipt I showed you guys. Give us a review, Keith, after. The kid's been, like, kicking around, I think, becoming a student. And then by the time he does it, it'll be $500. Like, can I get that discount code? No, I'm sorry. How much have you done with the 360 camera? Not enough. I recorded my video last week with it. Didn't I? Yes, I did. I shot some stuff today, but I never posted it. I just practiced with it. To like actually be able to use a camera, I'm gonna turn on the strong voice isolation so I don't get copyright. Happy 4th of July to all those Americans that did not vote. So I haven't shot as much with the 360 as I'd like, but I did feel, like I said, I shot my video 2 weeks ago with it. Not this one that I posted yesterday, but the one from last week. 6 grandfathers is the Lakota Sioux name for Mount Rushmore. Oh. Did you know that Sioux is, I think, one of those two? Lakota? I don't remember. Doesn't Lakota mean savage or something? One of those names is actually derogatory. Oh, Sioux. So the name Sioux is the one that's derogatory to some, right? Oh, Siri can't respond because of the music. It's not as good as the other AIs. By the way, look at Liquid Glass go. Woo! Look how it's bending the stuff behind it. Look at that. That is so cool. That's called Liquid Glass, that effect. See how it looks like there's glass on my screen? That is slick, man. I'm telling you. So I think it's the Sioux is the word we don't like. Sioux means savage or something. I'm not saying that, Yasin. I'm not a child. And if you keep spamming it, I'll have to mute you. You guys notice they colorize this? Pretty nice. Look at that. We got America's red, white, and blue on the fountains, which we don't usually have. Ooh. I have my noise isolation on, so you guys probably can't hear much. I didn't want the music to trigger the copyright stuff. It's different now. There you go. There you go. How'd you do? So that was fun, man. We had the red, white, and blue on the fountains. That's cool stuff, man. I love it. Greatest country on the globe. I agree. I was telling him earlier. Who do I like more, Donald Trump or Obama? Oh, I don't endorse anybody. I just tell you the facts as I see them. I don't endorse anybody though. But like if somebody comes out and says, "Hey, this is a terrible country," I'm like, dude, I've lived in other places. Like this is a pretty kick-ass place, man. You guys do understand, like, here's another thing. You go ahead, fight in the chat. I want you guys to fight in the chats. Don't ban anybody. Let them get nice and nasty. What I was doing wasn't working for me before. I was trying to pot it down a little bit. I thought we could have some civility. I was wrong. We can't have civility, so go ahead. Fight it out in the chats. If you get particularly nasty, you'll get banned if you start cursing people out, if you start spamming the chats. But anyways, I can't win either way, so I'll just let you guys go at it. Do you know? There's a lot of people out here. Look at this, man. I'll show you something. So we're going to zoom in, right? And do the 2x camera. Or whatever it is, 6x, 5x. Look at the crowds coming through the Bellagio tonight. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of folks. Sorry about the... By the way, when you use the zoom on a camera, it makes it very shaky. Oh, really, Temper? I'd like you to back your claim up with some proof, please. Go ahead. You can email me. Before the election, Trump said that the United States was a blank hole country. Where do you get off with that kind of poppycock? Why does spam have such a bad reputation? Nobody likes spam. It's like, just got a bad reputation for food, I guess. I don't know. Spam? I don't like spam. That's something too British for most of you kids. Love my videos. That's cool. Too much sodium? I love sodium. I have 8 grams of Morton's light salt every single day on purpose. Matter of fact, I don't have any salt right now. That's probably why I'm feeling tired and having a drag on me. Lots of sodium for me. Yeah, but if you want to twist his words, and you say, oh, Trump called it a you-know-what hole. No, he didn't. His stance, though, is that if you let too many people in that come from extreme poverty conditions, that they bring that kind of lifestyle with them. And he said that those people come from those countries. I don't agree with that terminology necessarily, okay? I mean, my wife comes from a developing country, and I'd be highly offended if everybody called the Philippines a shit hole. But you can say whatever you want. Like, you can listen to whatever source you want. They're going to tell you he said terrible things. He didn't. If you listen to the context of what people say, it matters a whole lot. I mean, I'm not defending the man. I'm just telling you to just, like, try to do some of your own thinking before you just have an opinion put in your mouth, right? Like, guess what? Joe Biden said shrinkflation was bad and that gas station companies were gouging you at the pumps. He wasn't wrong. I can say those things. I'm okay with saying those things. Now we know that shrinkflation is a real thing. Joe Biden wasn't wrong. Now we know that even Trump is saying that the gas companies are gouging you at the pumps. Joe Biden wasn't wrong. You need to look at things more balanced, please. Please, for the love of Peter, stop swallowing everything that's put in front of you on the feed. That's how come a lot of you guys are staying miserable and broke. Because you accept the reality that they pump in front of you. It doesn't matter who's in office. You can get rich in America. Did you know that? It doesn't matter who's in office. You can live a happy life. It doesn't matter. Just do your thing. You know what I mean? Just do you. Look how gorgeous this country is. Look at how amazing this place is. We just walked down arguably the second busiest street in the entire nation behind Times Square in New York City. We just saw people making $1,000 a day by hustling tourists in Las Vegas. I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying that's the American dream. You know what I'm saying? My wife likes corned beef, Wilson. It's not spam so much that she's into. She loves the corned beef. So, like, just get out of your zone where you think that everything is so terrible, because it's whatever you focus on that you get delivered.
Good job sticking with.
Roku Ultra versus NVIDIA Shield, which is better for Chromecast replacement? I hate Roku with a passion. Google makes this a dedicated streaming device. You should just get that. Google dedicated streaming device. The Shield is a gaming device, essentially. The Roku is an ad delivery device. It's garbage. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. You can get this for $99, and this is made by Google just for streaming stuff on your TV. That's all you need. So yeah, just it's called the Google. What is it called? I don't even know what it's called. Google TV Streamer 4K. Just get that. If that's all you're going to do is stream stuff, just get the Google one because it's going to work with casting on Android perfectly. If I recall correctly, Trump only has referred only 2 countries, Haiti and El Salvador. He has referred to the nations of Africa. I don't know. Yeah, but don't get a Roku. I replaced my Roku with an Apple TV 4K. Plus, whatever it's called. I'm happy with it. I love my Apple TV like so much. You don't even no idea. My Apple TV is like so slick and so nice, and the multitasking is absolutely out of this world. And I can play Apple Arcade games on it. And since I'm in the Apple ecosystem, it makes sense for me. It may not make sense for you, so don't get one if you don't use Apple devices. But it's great for me because Apple makes it. Because Apple deals with their own casting technology, and it's good. If you're a Windows guy and an Android guy, you buy the Google thing because Google makes that standard. They make the standard for all the casting, you know? I'm team Amazon Fire Stick. Yeah, I mean, you can mod Amazon Fire Sticks, sure. I try not to think about all the I can't say the word. Telemetry. All the data that gets sent back. I guess if you're jailbreaking though and wiping it and putting an Android APK on it, you're fine. You own a Roku stock? Roku is just way too many ads. Way too. Everything is about get your free trial of this, get that, do this, get that. Hey, we have a new channel that you never heard of that's riddled with ads. And Roku is really just an advertising company. They sell your data to advertisers heavily. That's how they make all their money. Their streaming devices are heavily subsidized hardware so they can get in front of more people and gather more user data and just harvest. The only thing I would use the Roku for is the app on the phone. You should download the Roku app on your phone. The reason why is because if you're ever looking for a movie you want to watch or a TV show you want to watch, if you type it in the Roku app, it'll tell you where you can stream it reliably. You don't have to actually pay Roku money for this app. You can just download it and create an account and log in. So let's say you want to watch The Mask with Jim Carrey. Type The Mask into Roku. It'll tell you what services to install on a Roku where you can stream it. But you don't have to install the services on Roku. Now you just know it's on Tubi or it's on Crackle, if those are still things. I don't even know. Just because they both said they're gouging doesn't make it true, because it's not. I didn't say it was true, but I did say it was true. I think they are gouging, actually. I really do. And there's reasons I think that. Doesn't matter my reasons. You're going to tell me I'm wrong anyways, but I think it's true. I think when America is largely energy independent, when we are a net exporter to the world, there's no reason why American gasoline prices are priced the way they are. I think when the price of oil futures falls from $120 a barrel to nearly $65 a barrel, there's, reasons. Like, it's not like we're in a pinch and these gas stations are running out of gas and they have to price according to demand curves. People are going to demand gas all the time. You can sell it for cheap when the demand is high. You can sell it for high when the demand is high. People are going to buy it either way. So, since we're pumping all of our own oil and shipping it throughout our country, we're not having to buy it globally from foreign sources. There's no reason it should cost as much as it does for finished gasoline products in America. Now, the other stuff is a little bit different. If you're a factory in China and you're buying diesel fuel, you're buying it on a 30, 60, or 90-day contract. Okay, so let's say you have to buy diesel fuel to run the machinery in the China's factory, right? And it's, April 1st. The war's been going on for roughly a month. The price of diesel is skyrocketed, but you have to buy it. You're buying it for 90 days at a time. So the next time you buy it, it's going to be May, June, July 1st. So you're locked into the price on April 1st for 3 months. Then, oopsie, April 2nd, the war ends. By the time May 1st comes, the price of diesel is tanked. You're still obligated to purchase it on the futures contract that you bought for 90 days. It's a little much for you guys, I understand. It's boring. I know, I'm a boring channel. Subscribe if you like boring stuff like that. Somebody might, somewhere. Anyway, super busy tonight when it gets dark. I love to see it. Love to see Vegas Strip packed to the gills. I've been telling you guys for a while now that this place is just fine when the weekend rolls around, the big holidays. People are taking out of their pockets. They're getting their deals done. They're doing them thing. Looks busy to me. So I'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to do a long stream tomorrow. I don't know how long it'll be. This one was 2 hours. So we're going to prepare to do like a somewhat of a marathon stream tomorrow if we at all possibly can. We're going to see what our body allows for us to do. I'll see you guys then. I appreciate you guys watching tonight. I'm going to get home. I have to buy some beef along the way, or maybe I'll just microwave some beef. I don't know. But I love you guys to death. Thanks for watching me tonight. He needs a guy with the mop needs a sign. It's a dry mop, and he's only dry mopping a few places, I guess, with that spray. All right, so you guys have a great night out there. Remember, America's the best country that ever countryed. Pink is back at it. Is Pink back at it? Yeah. Yeah, Pink, you're done. I'm sorry. We tried to, anyway. If you guys want to go see my course called 1K a day, you guys want to get it for $189.89. I told the story at the beginning of the stream why I'm running a 2-day sale. Runs through the 6th. Then the coupon cuts itself off forever. You can't get the price after that. Click the link, type in American Dream 1 at checkout. You guys can get my course for less money than it's ever been. And you guys can be hitting your base hits and making the next 250 years of your family's wealth better bit by bit. Love you guys. Be good. I'll see you guys tomorrow at some point for a long stream. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Today I had 50 unsubscribes, I'm sure. When I look at my stats, I don't even know what to do. I talk my mind and it hurts me every time. But for those of you that are switched on, that want the truth, you'll subscribe. We'll talk to you guys later. I love you guys. Just keep swimming, and God's got this.